What is going on, guys? It is Dylan here. Before we get to where I think the ticker symbol MVIS microvision might go within the next few according days, I just want to let you know that I am bullish on the company. So with that being to the side, let's hop right into the patterns, trends, indicators, and more. Okay, so see that right away in the chart. We had a very ugly sell-off today, as did most stocks. Right, the SPY and the NASDAQ received a very harsh pullback, just disrespecting support lines and bleeding very low, which I actually can get into the SPY really fast for around 30 seconds, as I do think that the SPY is pretty relevant to MVIS, but not entirely, as you know the hourly candles on the SPY are a lot worse than MVIS, right? But besides the matter, right, you see that we broke down from this pennant, actually a little bit of a ascending triangle. Sorry about that. You could say it's whatever, right? You had this upward support line into this resistance, and we did fail to hold that, right? And we just slowly bled off that, and really since then we just couldn't find a base, we couldn't find a plateau, and we finally did it at 405, which we did bounce off. And right now I want to see us get above that 407, and that will be bullish in my eyes, as potentially then we could go consolidate and then go to test the next resistance line. But with that being to the side, MVIS, it's looking not too bad. Right, it's a little too soon to say whether we will go up tomorrow, whether we'll go down tomorrow, but let's dive deeper into that. So you do see that we did lose that 50-day moving average along that 200-day moving average today, which definitely isn't good. Right, that 9-day moving average, we finally did meet up to that, so we will see what happens to that red line. If I go to the 15-minute, you see that we did have a double top on that resistance line at 1468, right? We came up once, came up twice, and then we bled off that. And on the hourly, you see that we just really can't get above that 1468 too nicely at all. And if I zoom out, you see that that blue line, which I will make red, has just been giving us a lot of problems, right? So that is some resistance to keep a watch on. We had a big bearish engulfing off that, another big wide bar, and an inverted hammer. So a lot of bearishness coming from that point. Lots of selling pressure. Okay, so we are on that support line that is holding up quite nicely. That's 1331, which will be this yellow line that is marked up. You do see that we did bottom out on here once, and a bunch of times over here, and over here. That this really is a nice part, that a really nice support line, I should say, not part. Nice support line that the chart has been seeming to respect. Right, we have dipped lower, as not too long ago we actually dipped below, but the bottom support for this little consolidation phase that we've been doing throughout this last few weeks, all throughout this range, right, will be that 1280. If we do go, actually 1270. If we do go below 1270, we hold below 1270 for a couple of hours. You could even say the lows of 1247, whatever you want to say. Anywhere below that, I do anticipate that we will bleed off slowly, as we will be breaking out of a range of consolidation that the stock just hasn't made a move. So the move probably would be to the downside. Right, so I will delete all of these lines really fast, just as this is a little clutterful, but I haven't deleted my chart in a while. Okay, so you do see that you could argue that potentially you do have a head right here. Right, you do see a head, and you could say that there is a very choppy inverted head and shoulders pattern that could argue, but I don't think it is the cleanest scenario, and that did get shut down today actually by the bulls, right, as we did try to break out of that today as well, and that didn't work out at all, as we just had a lot of difficulties going through with that, as you do see the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder, right? So we did get rejected, and we did bleed off of that. So as of right now, we just gotta wait and see, how this general support that I did mark up, really just holds, right? We want to see how this holds, and Can we stay above it? Do we go below it? And can we get above these moving averages? But with all that being to the side, the MACD, it definitely has been beat down, right? So you can see that right away it is looking like the selling pressure is slowly decreasing. So that might mean that we might actually consolidate a little bit, or just go up a little bit, as you do see the candles on the histogram have been being slowly converted smaller and smaller. So if we can continue this and then convert to a golden cross, that would be bullish, as a lot of buyers don't even step into stocks unless there's a golden cross. So we want to see the orange over the blue. And the volume wasn't too good today at all. It was a bearish, bears kind of volume today. So if this volume stays like this, then it wouldn't surprise me if we continue to, bleed off, and that would be the best case scenario for the bears, for the short sellers. But I think the short sellers don't want to get too greedy, but we definitely could continue to bleed off a little bit if we want to fall beneath that 1328 support, which I was talking about. But in the grand scheme of things, we just want to not break below this consolidation phase. If you're a bull, right, you're a buyer in the stock. So with all that being to the side, I definitely don't want to waste any of your guys' time, right? I do appreciate you sticking to this point of the video. If you want to like, subscribe, definitely do so, as I am making these kind of videos daily. Hope you have a good day. I do mean that genuinely. With that being said, I'm going to take it easy. Hope you are too. I'm out.